screen, then I'll start. All right. First of all, I would like to say welcome aboard. How are you today? It's good to see you again. Now, as we talked in the beginning, we were supposed to teach infinitives and phrasal verbs that Michael gave us. There were some few phrasal verbs about sports chose from the book, picked from the book. I don't know if you remember. So we're going to work on two things, phrasal verbs and infinitives. But we talked and decided that this class, the class that I'm teaching, is an upper intermediate class, first quarter, not the fourth one. So it's a good class, all right? And I know the students very well. We know the students, my group knows the students very well. And the thing is, we are trying to activate the old information, their knowledge of infinitives and gerunds. I don't know how much infinitive they know, but this is the subject. So they may not know the rules of infinitives, but they always see infinitives. Or they have seen it since they started the school. That's what I consider while I'm teaching, or while we're teaching. I'm talking for my group. Here, I divided them into times. First 5 minutes, we start with the warmer. I keep asking, I know it's here, but forget about that. First 5 minutes, we ask some questions. For example, I'm trying to get them to start to talk about gerunds or infinitives. Let's say you're the students now. You're the students. And we have the activity, but they have no idea about the activity right now. Kenneth, what would you like to do in your free time?
I would like to...
Maybe you don't want to say it here.
I would like to learn another language.
Learn a buddy language. Okay.
Learn
Another
language.
language. All right. This is just an example. So I underlined 2 and verb 1 later on, but not right now. I wrote a sentence that is followed by infinitive, 2 infinitives. And what do you like doing?
I'm sorry?
What do you like doing? In general.
In general?
Yes.
I like reading books and going to the movies.
What's your friend's name? Gözde, yes. And then what does Gözde like?
Gözde likes reading books and going to the movies.
Like everybody.
Have you had some problems? Okay.
Yes.
All right. We'll talk about this later and then come to my office. Yes. We'll solve it there. And another question. Do you like sports?
Yeah.
Who likes sports? Let me see hands. Fingers and singers. Yes, Eda. Which sports do you like doing?
I like playing tennis.
Yes.
I like playing basketball.
And you like talking, walking. I like. That was very bad. Okay. You like talking, you like walking, you like playing tennis. These are the sports. Who's interested in football? Oh my God. No boys? Which team do you support?
Turkey?
In Turkey.
Beşiktaş.
Beşiktaş. I hope you'll be champion this year. Alright. Now, these are the question types that I asked before the text. What did I ask? We can share it. You can ask me questions. I can give some answers to you. I know it's not enough. We should ask a little more questions, but here, I just want to get some feedback from you. So far, what did I try to do? Or what can I do more? Yes? You're breathing? Yes.
I'm just reading to survive, but you just try to warm us up to the subject,
Yes.
so introduce us to what we're going to do and talk about what subjects we're...
All right. Now, yes, Lee. This is the creation of my colleague Lee. He created this. Maybe Michael shouldn't see this. That's what Lee told me. Now, this is the activity. This is the actual activity. The reading text is about football. And which teams are they, Lee?
Manchester United.
Manchester United, and playing against
Liverpool.
Liverpool. What happens at the end? I don't want to say it because I want to keep my job. All right. When you see this, we're giving this to the students. We're giving this to the students. All right. We're handing that out, and I tell them 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Just read it silently, and I'm considering that they know gerunds. Circle the gerunds and underline the infinitives. Let's see how much they know for a few minutes. Let's say it's done. And then 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Now we passed 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Now students start to talk about gerunds. They're telling me this is gerunds, this is infinitive, whatever. And I'm either correcting them or just watching them, or we're correcting each other. Because I'm trying to activate the interaction in the class among the students. That's what it is. When somebody answers something, I want students to be able to correct each other, rather than me correcting them in the beginning. And then, of course, while they're answering, once they give the correct answers, or once they are corrected by me, by their friends, we'll write some examples of gerunds and infinitives more on the board. I don't know if you agree so far. There could be more things done here, but I'm just trying to be fast. And here, after reading this, there are some phrasal verbs, but I don't want to start with the phrasal verbs first. And then while this is finished, I would like to make the explanation of the lesson. I just want to clarify what we're going to talk about. What I want to talk about is, today the subject is infinitives. That's the main point. I'm not going to tell what the main point is in the beginning, like we always do, like we always have to do. But this time, we're trying to do something different. The aim is to focus on infinitives. So how many infinitives do we know as my students? How many infinitives do you know? In which groups can we divide infinitives into? Let's classify them. Yes? What is infinitive? Who can tell me? Very good, Bülent. Yes. 2 plus verb 1. Yes. So we call this to infinitive. 2 plus verb 1. And we also have other infinitives. Yes, bare infinitives. Can you give me an example? Without to. Give me an example, Burcu.
Let's go to the cinema after school.
Let's go to the cinema. Yes, let plus verb 1. Now, of course, my handwriting is terrible and we're limited with the time. I'm writing on the board. Let's go to the school. Bare infinitive. I must study English. Bare infinitive. Type of things. You can give more examples. I can give more examples. And some words just that are followed by 2 infinitives. Adjectives that are followed by infinitive. We can give some examples, but no materials yet. Not yet. Because I don't think one subject should be taught only in 1 hour. This is just introduction, warming up, some input, and some feedback. Some input, some feedback. I don't know what you call it in TEFL terms. I'm sorry, Adam. I don't know what you call this. I don't know the name of this. Okay. Because we're not talking anymore. Okay. Yes. Feedback. After getting the feedbacks, teacher is making out the points and pointing out the important parts of the subject. And after that, I wrote some stuff here. I cannot read this. All right. Writing gerunds and infinitives. Can't remember. All right. Closing the test. We read the text. We talked about gerunds, infinitives, bare and other things. Now, without looking at your text, tell me how many gerunds and infinitives you remember from the text, from your past, from me, from your friends, whatever you remember. I'll give you 5 minutes to write them down. Words that are followed by gerunds, words that are followed by infinitives, plus bare infinitives. You got 5 minutes. I'm walking around in the class. I'm not helping them. I'm not going to do it here, but... And then, after 5 minutes, time is up. Now you can give me your answers. How many infinitives have you got? How many gerunds have you got? And then, maybe draw a line here, 2, 3 lines here. I will write gerunds, infinitives, and bare infinitives. And then students can feel that they can come to the board, write their answers. That's the other possible activity. Meanwhile, it's an optional activity, optional thing. You can just hand out the rules or just examples of infinitives and gerunds together on a piece of paper. And then we can move on to the phrasal verb part. Now open your text again. May I continue? Yes. Thank you, Handa. Bakıyor Handa. All right. I can open the text again. We can go back to text. Now underline the phrasal verbs. Underline the phrasal verbs. And all the students will underline the phrasal verbs. And then I will try to, because since they're upper intermediate students, constrain, assuming that they're upper intermediate students, they may guess the meaning of the phrasal verbs without me explaining them in the beginning. Once it's done, teacher can make the important explanations about the phrasal verbs. Maybe by giving synonyms, explanations, or sentences that are going to be complete by the student by saying blah blah blah, for example. If you just commit a foul in the game purposely, referee would blah 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 you. What would he do to you? Send you? Very good, Gönder. Selam Gönder. Very good. This is perfect. Now, we can continue with the next activity I would like to do. Phrasal verbs. And I searched for this, but I didn't prepare it on purpose because when it is necessary, when we have to do this, we can do it in a class or in Salon 3. There are some texts, audiovisual, not audiovisual, from internet. You can download about sports, including infinitives, gerunds, and phrasal verbs. We can have them listen to it in the class. Just focus on it instead of showing it on TV because people may get distracted by the moves from the TV. So it could be on a radio or through internet that they can listen to these things, something similar to this. And then they can try to grab the words, they can try to hear the words from the listening text. Gerunds, infinitives, interesting vocabulary, and phrasal verbs. Something new, old, or something that we have just learned. At the end, not at the end, let me see if it's over. I can, or we can, tell students to ask each other some questions with some gerunds, infinitives, but they're not going to use the gerunds, infinitive questions. They are going to ask questions that are going to be answered with gerunds or infinitives. Some people are asking themselves, what is he talking about? Is it that easy? I'm just saying, I'm assuming that I know that class. They're upper intermediate students, first quarter, maybe second, but not third. So they're going to try to prepare some questions, such as, what is a good behavior? Telling the truth. What is it, gerund or infinitive? Infinitive or gerund, whatever. No, it's not right. It's the other one, whatever. We'll just try to have them say things, right or wrong, doesn't matter. As long as there's interaction and courage and whatever they have in the class. Whatever they have in the class. All right. Now, after it's over, at the end, it's a very good activity, and I've been doing this for a long time. Some students like it, some students hate it, but I believe it's got some advantages. Önder, can you read this loud for us? But let's listen to it carefully.
Manchester United played Liverpool yesterday in an exciting game.
Not exciting, Önder'cim. Exciting.
United have a good history of winning at home against Liverpool. But this was an important game which Liverpool needed to win. Before the game, both managers spent a lot of time trying to find out what the other team's tactics would be. Manchester United started to play well, and soon after, Liverpool's goalkeeper tried to clear the ball but conceded a penalty. Cristiano Ronaldo was not afraid to take the penalty, and he managed to score 1-0 United. However,
I think that's enough now.
Where did he stop?
however,
Continue, let's finish that word.
however,
1-0 United.
Liverpool began to play well, and they started to fight back. On the 28th minute, Torres was last to get past Vidic, but he was able to score the equalizer. Then, on the 44th minute, Torres set up Gerrard, who was brought down by error. Gerrard was happy to take the penalty and put Liverpool ahead.
Okay, enough, for now, enough. Because let's not make some people very angry. Now, please turn this off for a while. Now, close your books and listen to me carefully. Now, it's kind of a game, but I want you to be very careful. While I'm reading, you're going to listen to me carefully, and I'm going to make some mistakes. Some mistakes. And you're going to stop me. When I make this mistake, you're going to stop me and correct me. But say stop. Please raise your hand. Don't scream at the same time. You know how much it makes me angry. Manchester United played Liverpool yesterday in an exciting play. Okay. Very good, Önder. Stop me, please. United have a good history of winning at home against Galatasaray. But, yes? What is the answer? Liverpool. Very good. But this was an important game which Liverpool needed win.
To win.
Very good, Gözde. Before the game, both managers spent a lot of time trying to figure out what the other team's tactics would be. Stop, teacher. Yes.
Find out.
Very good. Senem. Güzel gidecek Senem. Very good. And I missed it because of this terrible joke. And United started playing well. And soon after, Liverpool's goalkeeper tried clearing the ball.
Stop.
Not you.
But teacher.
Always you. Yes? Okay, you.
But I forgot
Okay.
to clear.
Very good. To clear. Very good. I'm proud of you. But conceded a penalty. Cristiano Ronaldo was not afraid to take a penalty and managed scoring 1-0. Managed to score. Yes. What is followed by manage? 2. After that, verb ing.
Verb 1.
Very good. You're the one. Verb 1. Perfect. Yes. However, blah blah began to play, started to fight back. On the 28th minute, Torres was lucky to get past with it, but he was not able to score the equalizer. There's a mistake. He was able to. Blah blah blah. Okay, I'm not gonna bore you with this.
Yes.
So, okay, did you get the mentality here?
Yes.
Yes, John, I can see your hands. Let's do the second one. Last paragraph. Second part of the activity. Now, I'm reading it again. The other part. Önder is reading. Continuing reading. This time, I'm not telling you what we're going to do. Read it, please.
Manchester United could not afford to lose, so they continued to attack in the second half. Tevez was unable to score from close range, and then Vidic was sent off for a bad tackle on Gerrard, who was through on goal. Manchester United's John O'Shea aimed to fill in for Vidic, and Alex Ferguson